I am very excited, and also very late. The Allays were introduced into the game, what, 6 weeks ago now, and this is my first time playing with them. But you have to understand, for those of you who don't know, recently I took a month off from YouTube and just kind of went slightly off the grid. And when I came back, nobody told me that we had Allays. So I was just watching a snapshot video the other day, and suddenly I just see Allays there, nobody's mentioning it. I don't know what they're here? How did I not know about this? So I've just watched Ilmango's video on the non-stackable item sorting of the Allays, and that has me incredibly excited. And I've started playing around with these things, and I think I've come up with a bit of an idea. You see, this allay right here, it hasn't heard a note block, okay? You can see from the data that there is no note block action going on with this allay, and if I play this note block, it's actually being blocked by the wall, so the allay still hasn't heard the note block. Like, it still hasn't picked it up, but when I play this one, you can now see that Minecraft-like note block cooldown ticks thing, that is now showing a value, which means it's heard this note block, but it hasn't heard this note block right here. And this means that we can actually use this to make a relatively simple non-stackable item filter, I think. Now, I just spent 5 minutes being really boring, explaining all of the reasons why it will work, and well, it was really boring, so I've deleted that, and I'm just going to start working on it. Now, the first thing that I've done is made a system that makes it easy for me to get myself an allay, assign it an item, and then put it into a minecart. That has worked absolutely perfectly. The only bad news being, of course, that this is a creative mode system, but what I was doing before, placing an allay and then trying to assign it an item and get it in a minecart before it flies away, was just driving me completely insane. So this is going to prevent me from pulling my hair out too much. Next up, I need to place in a bunch of trapdoors. So this is where all of our allays are going to be going. They're going to be going in a line like this. And for this system, I think I'm going to have 15 different non-stackable items in 3 separate modules. Now, there's 2 things that I want to say before I go on. First off, I just want to say a huge thank you to Ilmango for his fantastic non-stackable items video. I'm using a lot of the things that he learnt in that video, probably over hours of testing, to make my system potentially possible. I mean, I haven't built it yet, but I'm hoping this should work quite nicely. And the next thing is, I'm recording this a few weeks in advance because I'm going on another off-the-grid trip. How much time off can this guy take? So things might be a little bit outdated or completely broken. You know, they might have changed things in the updates. I don't know what's going on, because at the time of release, I'll be in a Southeast Asian jungle somewhere. Can you stop waffling and get building? Right, I dispense my allay, give it a netherite pickaxe, and then minecart, allay in place. Then I need to redirect my minecart line and continue the process. But then I realised I'm a complete moron and these things need to be on hoppers. Obviously, where else are they going to put the items? So now we start again. Pickaxe in place. Redirect minecart line. Allay, axe, minecart. Okay, I'm finding the rhythm. We are almost at completion now, so just some diamond boots, minecart. And this guy is going to go all the way along. And then finally, diamond sword. And off it pops. So we should now have an array of Allay Item Sorters. This is all the netherite tools. This is all the netherite armor. And then also a bow. And then this is all of the diamond armor and a diamond sword as well. So let's put in the water stream, which is going to be transporting all of our non-stackable items. And it's going to have some interesting features in it that I actually picked up from Ilmango's video. He made some really interesting points there. And that is the fact that the Allay have a certain speed at which they can pick up items. So say, for example, we throw an item into the system, and this guy right here, which I believe... Why did I pick the one that I can't actually tell the item that it's holding? I'm so stupid. So we have 2 netherite helmets back to back. Well, this allay can actually only pick up 1 netherite helmet every 100 ticks, or 5 seconds. So that means we need to make sure that our items only come in at a rate of 1 item every 5 seconds. Otherwise, this system right here could overflow and we'll get items being missed and travelling off the end and landing down there and being gobbled up by this guy, which that would be the worst thing ever. Imagine accidentally giving your netherite helmet to a wandering trader. You know, that's a fate worse than death. This little redstone clock should prevent that from happening. This is a 100 game tick redstone clock. I placed the repeaters the wrong way. Oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. It's easily done. It's easily done. I bet Ilmango doesn't do that sort of thing. It's just, you know, you place in the repeaters, you kind of forget what direction they've gone in by the time that you place in the comparison. You're not really paying attention, and then you end up embarrassing yourself in front of millions of people on the internet. That's not good. Regardless, the clock is now built, and the timings should be correct. And we also have this little item Item buffer. Oh gosh, I'm breaking everything here. Oh, this is not good. Right, the redstone clock is in. The item buffer has now got an extended pulse. And now we're getting one item every 5 seconds exactly. Cool. Okay, everything seems to be working. Now here comes the moment of truth. If this doesn't work, all of this time has been wasted. So when I play this note block right here, we should see the particles go to these 5 allays, but not to these ones. If it goes to those ones, the whole thing's broken. Yes! 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 So what that means is, that means that each one of these modules right here has got the note block close enough to the allays. Yes, it's working. It's difficult to explain why I'm excited, okay, but I'll try my best. So allays will only drop items into their hoppers within like a 2 or 3 block radius of the note block. So if they're further away from the note block, then they're not actually going to drop their items even though they've been assigned to that note block. And this is because allays aren't normally inside of minecarts, they're normally able to fly around, so when they hear the note block, obviously they'll just travel back to the note block, but they can't do that in this situation because I've locked them all up. Now this is a bit of a problem because if this wall wasn't here, these allays would be able to hear this note block. You saw they got assigned that note block right there, so when they pick up items, they're not going to let go of them because they've been assigned this note block. And even if I power all of these at the exact same time, the update order in Minecraft means that one of the note blocks is going to play first, and all the allays in the line are going to be assigned that note block, and only like 4 of them are actually going to be able to drop their items. Which means you've got a sorting system that doesn't sort your items, it just steals them. And that's not called a sorting system, that's called being robbed. They are fundamentally different things. But the good thing is, with these wall partitions right here, I can make sure that each of the note blocks only plays to the allays that are going to be within range of the note block to be able to drop their items. Which means that we actually have... this is done. This is a non-stackable item filter. It's super simple. Look at it. It's pretty small. It's probably the smallest little sorting system I've ever built. Oh gosh, this really emphasises the fact that I've locked them up, doesn't it? This feels awful. So now I'm just going to add a little redstone line, which will automatically turn on our redstone clock system when there's items inside of the dropper over there. And now I've connected all of the note blocks into our redstone clock so that they will constantly be playing notes, which means these guys will constantly be wanting to drop their items. But the big question is, does it actually work? I am both incredibly nervous and also incredibly excited. All of the items should be now flowing in. And, I mean, that item got picked up. That item got picked up. Are they going into the chest? Oh my goodness, they actually are. Oh my goodness, they actually are. Things are being sorted. Non-stackable items are being sorted. And we get a groovy baseline. I mean, how cool is this? I think it's actually working. And all of you during the Minecraft mob vote, when you were talking about how great that little silly statue was, the adorable, very cute, it was very cute. It was a very cute statue, but it was a silly statue. I mean, it just presses buttons. My mate Grian does that, and he's nothing special. I wouldn't vote for him. All of us Redstone peeps were talking about how we could potentially get non-stackable item sorting, and we have got it. And it seems to be working. I mean, what's our success rate looking like? It is 100%. It is 100% at this point in time. I'm going to leave it to do all of the items. I mean, it's actually making its way through. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it does actually seem to be reliably working. And we are down to the final item, and of course it's the netherite hoe. Of course that would be the last thing that's left. So now we look. So we've got 6 netherite pickaxes. There should be 6 of everything. And I mean, it's looking pretty good, isn't it? Oh, come on, it's looking good. It's looking good. It is looking good. We have sorted everything, and just to check, the junk chest at the end, there is nothing that has gone through the system that hasn't been sorted by these little prisoners right here. They have done a wonderful job. So this has been really fun to play around with. This has been really fun to experiment with. I know I'm super late to the party. I really, really am. But these guys have such interesting game mechanics. I really look forward to playing around with them some more and putting them to good uses. But this is already an epic use. And if you want to learn more about the Allays behaviours and the mechanics that make them work, then please do check out Ilmango's video. I'll put a link to it down in the description. It's fantastic, as always, and I hope that this machine still works by the time the video releases. Otherwise, that's quite upsetting. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!